5 players have re-signed, 1 has been delisted. Let's talk about it. So before we jump straight into these list changes, oh my God, thank you to everyone just so much. One, there's only 38 hoodies left, which is unbelievable to me. It's been a week and we've sold, what is that? Quick math, 62 hoodies. That is insane. Thank you all for the support. I really do appreciate it. Secondly, the only other video I said that about 70% of people weren't subscribed who are watching. Those numbers are going down now because you guys are watching my stuff, subscribing, and I appreciate you all so much. You are on board for my 10K goal before the 2025 season. So I love you all so much. Again, spread it around. If you're watching this, you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I love you. Now, the worst kept secrets in Collingwood media at the moment, or was, who we're re-signing, who we're giving extensions to. Collingwood came out with this tweet today that said, we're announcing 5 re-signings. And people were like, oh my God, it's Joe Richards, it's Lucky Sullivan, it's these guys that we just made a video about a couple of days ago of uncontracted players who could potentially re-sign. And I'm going, 5 re-signings, that's such a specific number. And the tweet, they dragged it out. They said over the next 5 hours or whatever it was, we're going to announce a re-signing every hour or something. That's how they sort of were doing it. So they were building up sort of hype, a lot of hype about it. And then I thought, I know who these 5 re-signings are. It's Oscar Steen, it's Steele, Will Hoskin-Elliott, Jeremy Howe, Scott Pendlebury. Lo and behold, it's those 5 players. Now, I love those players. Oscar Steen I haven't seen a lot of, but I'm happy to see more of him. Love those players. They obviously needed to be re-signed, but we knew this like a month or two. If you're looking at my Instagram, I think I've even talked about it on this channel as well, where it's been leaked around the media, around the press, around the journos for the last few months. Jeremy Howe got his contract clause. Steele Sidebottom, maybe Steele Sidebottom was probably the last one. But Will Hoskin-Elliott, Scott Pendlebury's been saying it for about 2 months that he's re-signed. Oscar Steen, it was mentioned a couple of weeks ago. And I know there's a little bit of fine print, cross the T's, dot the I's, and all that sort of stuff. But for some reason, it just grinded my gears a little bit. Mainly because there's a bunch of players unsigned that we don't know the status of, that we would like to see and get to know the status of. And I know that's not how football clubs work. And I know that this is first world problems and I'm just complaining to sort of complain. But I think I would have liked to have seen a couple of new faces being re-signed. Maybe not Joe Richards because he's got the biggest one, but there's no one coming after Ned Long or Nathan Kruger or all these sort of guys. So surely they've all had their exit meetings. All the exit meetings are done. They know who's getting delisted. We don't know yet. We've had that one delisting that we'll talk about in a second. But I would have liked to have seen a couple of fresh faces being re-signed. And to sort of drag it out for 5 hours for people that we already know had re-signed. It wasn't a big video or anything. They could have just announced these all together. I don't know. It really annoyed me. I don't know why, but it really annoyed me. But on those re-signings though, it's amazing to see everyone sort of go around again. I know we've got the oldest list and all these over 30 players, but Scott Pendlebury plays his 20th season next year. Steele Sidebottom plays his 17th. He'll be hitting 350 games by the end of it. It's just absolutely incredible. It's incredible to see it. And Jeremy Howe hasn't lost a step. Will Hoskin-Elliott, who was much maligned for his entire Collingwood career, obviously a part of the Swoop squad in 2018 when he kicked all those goals. And then he was just a whipping boy for so long. And now he's become this, well, we call him the Swiss Army knife, right? He's become this Will Army knife that can play anywhere. That's got the ball, when he's got the ball in his hands, you trust him. Full forward when we need him, half back when we need him, wing when we need him. Incredible, absolutely incredible. And Steele Sidebottom reinvented himself twice this year. One off the half back line, and I absolutely Love that. I love Steele off the half back line, reinvented himself. 2, as a tagger. He's, what, 33 or something? He's old as, and he's tagging these guys. Errol Goulden, I think he was on Lockie Neal, a little bit on Zorko. Just incredible. And even Craig McRae came out and said that Steele's got a new lease on life, his body's all good, and we'd probably play him as a tagger next season. And that's something that the Pies have been missing for so long. Like, if we had Steele as a tagger earlier this year, Bontempelli, doesn't get off the leash in that last quarter against the Western Bulldogs. You use him you use him against Fremantle. The Sydney one, you couldn't really do much because he was tagging Errol Goulden, Heaney, and Warner. Maybe you should have chucked chucked him on Heaney, but they're kind of like Hydro. You knock one down, 2 pop up. You chuck Heaney down, Errol Goulden, well, he kicked a winning goal anyway, but he pops up. You know what I mean? So I love this new lease on life that these older players are getting. Oscar Steen, we talked about him in our re-signing or the contract video, the uncontracted player video. We said that Aiden Begg would get delisted. He got delisted. Beggy's 3.5 seasons, mid-season draft pick, so all the power to him. Hope he finds another club. Hope he goes well in the future. But I did rank Oscar Steen definitely ahead of him. And clearly the club did too. So I'm happy about that. All these players are re-signed until the end of 2025. So be prepared next season for at least 4 or 5 retirements, because you know it's coming, and you know it's coming very, very quickly. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. Do you like these re-signings? Would you have signed them for longer? Would you have not signed these players? Who do you want to see be re-signed by the club next? Let me know your thoughts down below. But until then, like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets, and until next time, double shackers. I'll swoop you later.